Greetings and welcome to another edition of
Positronic.
Hypersonic.
I'm Barry P. Cook. Yes, I just did a video yesterday and I'm doing another one today because stuff keeps happening out there in the world and I try to stay current so that when I do these videos, I'm not bringing you news that's older than it should be. It looks like yesterday some set photos got out of new Batwoman, Javicia Leslie, on set filming season 2 of Batwoman. Also yesterday, or overnight anyway, the CW released photos of Miss Leslie in the Batsuit, or one photo anyway, an official photo. So people are talking about it, and I wanted to get on and sort of say my piece. I was excited for the Batwoman show when news broke that it would be coming. I like the Batwoman character. Well, I'll put it this way. I like female superheroes. I like male superheroes. I like female superheroes. Why? I don't know. They kick ass. To me, just for an example, the women of Wakanda in, Black Panther, the film anyway, I've never read the comic. The way they were depicted in the film was just awesome. Those women, T'Challa's like warrior women are kick-ass humans. And I want to see a movie just about them. Like I would pay to see a movie or a show just about those characters. I think they kick ass. So I like female characters. When I have an option to play a female character in a video game, I play the female character. I think female protagonists, female heroes are awesome. I really don't know why. I just do. I like male heroes. Some of my favorite characters are Batman, The Flash, Superman, Wolverine. I like all those characters. Black Panther's awesome. But I just really like, protagonist women. Part of it has to do with, their eye candy. Anyway, I was excited for the show to come out. And I was really excited when they cast Ruby Rose because she's gorgeous. She's an excellent actress. And, when they put her in the suit and did her up as the character, it looked like the character. That's a rare thing these days because it's difficult to take a superhero in a comic and translate it to TV or movies and not have it look somewhat silly. This is why on the original Flash show, they didn't give him yellow boots. I got that straight from John Wesley Shipp, who I talk to on Facebook occasionally because he's very accessible to his fans. So, and it's why, the X-Men didn't actually wear, as they say, yellow spandex in the movie. What do you think? We were all going to wear yellow spandex? Wolverine does in the comics, but they don't in the movie because it just would look bizarre. As confirmation of this, take a look at the Suicide Squad 2 trailer and how they've sort of gone retro with the costuming. And the characters look ridiculous. Look at the trailer for WandaVision, and there's a sequence where they have Vision, dressed and made up to look like the comic book version, and it looks ridiculous. So it's not always easy to translate superhero from a comic book to the screen. Spider-Man works. Spider-Man works really well. Batman works well. Although even there, the 60s Batman looks ridiculous. Only after they changed to the dark costume did it start to look good. Shazam looked great. So it can be done, but it's not easy. Fortunately, the Batwoman costume was this black, sort of sleek, less pajama-like costume in the source material, at least the modern source material. So they were able to faithfully recreate the costume and it looked great. They also gave her the crazy red hair and the bright lipstick, and she looked like the character. I'm going to put a graphic up in a second, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I was against the ditching of the Kate Kane character. I think that was a mistake. I think they should have stayed with the Kate Kane character even when Ruby Rose left. How they would have explained it in the narrative, I don't know. But I think they should have stayed with the Kate Kane character or just let the show go. I think starting the show over with a completely different character taking up the mantle that isn't from the source material, by the way, is a mistake. There are examples in comicdom of other people taking over the mantle of a hero. For example, Steve Trevor ends up not being Captain America at a certain point, and it's taken over by the Falcon. And they're going to show that in a series. And that sort of thing is fine. But generally, I don't think you should, replace a character when you lose an actor, when it's a superhero. So I just didn't think that was a good idea. Less of a good idea, in my estimation, was casting a black actress to play the part. I would rather see a brand new show with Javicia Leslie as a superhero than see her take over a character that, the look of the character, for one thing, is going to be ruined. And that seems like a petty thing to focus on, and it sounds super racist, but that's not it at all. Superheroes should look on screen like they look in the book as much as is possible. They had that with the Kate Kane character. Here's the graphic I was talking about. You see how the character looks in the comic book, and you see how Ruby Rose looked as Batwoman right next to each other. It's like she jumped off the page, okay? Now you look over at Miss Leslie in the cape and cowl there, or the cowl. She doesn't look like the character. Sorry. She doesn't. She doesn't look like the character from the page. And I understand she's not gonna, because it's a different woman. But they shouldn't have gone with a different woman. And if they were gonna go with a different woman, they should have cast a woman who looks like the comic character. Because in the world of the comic book, to the public and to everyone in the story, that's what Batwoman looks like. So I think they just made a mistake here. They didn't even try to put the bright red lipstick on her, which, I guess didn't go with her complexion. I don't know. But that's what the character wears. They didn't put the black makeup under the eye, openings. And maybe they will going forward. Maybe they just didn't for this photo shoot. I don't know. But why did they not? Is it because she's black? I don't know. But again, it's not a good move. Of course, in the comics, they don't have black makeup under the eye holes. But traditionally, mask-wearing superheroes on TV and in the movies, whose masks are black, have eye black on. They didn't do that for this character. It doesn't look right. Now, and by the way, neither does bright red, ruby red hair look right on a person of darker complexion. It's an unnatural color to begin with. It looks unnatural to begin with, even on a white person, but it just doesn't look right on an actress of color. I don't know. It doesn't look like the character. They've taken the character and screwed it completely up. For example, when
the Falcon took up the mantle as Captain America, they didn't drastically change the look of the character. It looks like he's wearing goggles and he doesn't have the cowl over his head, okay? But he doesn't have a big head of hair. He's got a very short haircut. It's shorn to the top of his head. So the head still looks like the shape of Captain America's head when it was Steve Rogers with the cowl over it. He's wearing goggles. Okay, little change. Obviously, his skin tone is different. But from the chin down, the character looks exactly the same. And the huge elements of the character's look are still in place. To me, the ruby red lipstick, the ruby red hair, the pale white complexion, those are big elements of the look of the Batwoman character.
Now, it gets worse. Miss Leslie in TV line is quoted as having said that they're going to change the costume for her going forward. That in the beginning, she's wearing Kate's costume, but they're going to change it for her going forward. And that makes sense. I can see why, once you've done the whole bit of recasting the character or replacing the character, yes, you're going to change the suit for the new version of the character. That makes sense. She is quoted as having said that she wants the Batwoman character to look like a sister. Her word, sister. With naturally textured hair. So, again, give me a show with Javicia Leslie playing a black superhero with naturally textured hair who has the look and behavior sets of a sister. Whatever she means by that, it's her word. Don't make Batwoman that. Batwoman is not that in the source material. I think it's a bad idea. I'm going to watch the first couple episodes just to see how it goes. I don't anticipate loving it. I don't anticipate sticking with the show. Batwoman looks a certain way. That shouldn't be changed. Period. One good thing I will say about Miss Leslie playing the part is that they've gone back to the original neckline of the costume. Kate Kane suffered a neck injury during the first season, production of the first season. And so the costume that originally came up to here on her became a costume that kind of resembles my shirt, right? It had a V line. And I just thought, again, they ruined the look of the character. That's not how the character looks. So with the new actress, they brought the neck back up to here, and that's a good thing. I like that. But I think this whole thing is a mistake. I don't think they should have changed from Kate Kane to another woman. I don't think they should have changed from a white woman to a black woman. I don't think they should change the hair from the ruby red hair to whatever she means by naturally textured hair for a sister. I don't think they should do that. That's not Batwoman. Make a new hero. Don't change Batwoman. That's just how I see it. No, if the change isn't backed up by the same change in the source material, it's just bad. So that's what I wanted to say. I don't like this, and now I have visual representation of what I knew I wasn't going to like. And you've all seen it now. So that's all I wanted to say. Everybody have a good day. And until I see you next time, peace and long life.